Welcome back. It's time for our Business Brainstorm with Eric and Angel. We've invited Tony Rayburn and Penny Brendan back to join us for a more in-depth conversation about the value of networking and how you can grow your business by going out and connecting with other business owners. Tony and Penny, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Hey, let's start on the note of some mistakes that you guys have seen when it comes down to networking. I want to peel back some of the layers. I call them networking drive-bys. But have you ever seen one of those ones where somebody comes by and they just start flipping their business cards to anybody and everybody, and he or she with the most business cards apparently wins? I say he or she with the most business cards
has the most business cards.
Exactly.
Right?
And, I actually have a story. This actually happened in real life to me. I thought we always use this as kind of what people sort of do.
Right.
But I actually had somebody come into, I was at a roundtable networking event, and I had a guy walk in the room, interrupt the entire event, literally pass his cards around the table and say, if you guys need anything I can do, let me know, and walk out.
What?
It really did experience the drive-by. It happens.
And we've experienced it too, which is why we talk about it. And It's shocking to think that you think that that's an acceptable way. And I know both of you, you're experts when it comes to networking and training others to network. Do you see a lot of mistakes of going by or hear a lot of times people say, that networking thing just doesn't work?
We hear it all the time, absolutely all the time. And, one of the things, I think that one of the reasons why people make mistakes is because they're afraid. They walk into a room and they don't know anybody, and how are they going to, where do I go? What do I do? What do I say? And so they just say what comes naturally. Oh, hi, my name is Penny, and what do you do?
Right.
And that's just not a really effective way of networking or marketing yourself, because, really what that's just meaning is, hey, hurry up and tell me what you do so that I can tell you what I do.
Right, right.
We are the most popular subject to ourselves, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Tony, what's wrong with the guy who came in and did that drive-by? I mean, everybody got his information.
Everybody got his information, but here's what he accomplished in the end.
All right.
He wanted to make sure that nobody at the table will ever use his service.
That wasn't his intent.
That wasn't his intent, but that's exactly what ended up happening. As a matter of fact, everybody at the table joked about how they were all going to throw the card away.
Oh.
So it was a useless use of his time. It was bad use of his materials that he was doing, and his reputation got tarnished. That's not how you build your business.
It isn't, but Tony, I think I've actually even seen this in invitations to networking events where they say, bring a stack of business cards or bring at least 50 business cards.
Right.
And I think, well, I'm not going to have 50 conversations while I'm there. Why do people think that just passing them around like that, why would that gentleman think that that's effective?
Most people are not trained on exactly how they should go and use those resources and how they should network. Sometimes it's okay to carry the business cards and pass them around the table if that's the protocol, if that's what everybody wants it to happen, is to pass those business cards around. Most of the times you don't want to pass a business card to anybody unless they actually ask for it.
Yeah. Penny,
right.
you mentioned that people go around and they introduce themselves and say, what do you do? Is there a better phrase? Is there a better way? This may come as quite a surprise to many people, but I'm really not all that comfortable a conversationalist. How do I break that ice without saying, what do you do?
Well, I think that one of the things that you can really do when you are in a room full of people that you don't know is to try to find the person who is putting on the event and maybe have them introduce you to someone that's there that they know, so that it's not so awkward. And then what you might say is something like, gosh, what can I do to help you? Or what are you looking for in the next week that I might be able to help you with? And what you're doing is you're turning it around on them and helping them. And that makes them feel better, and it makes you feel better too.
All right, so find somebody who probably is connected to the people in the room, meet them, have a nice conversation, and allow them to start those introductions. Because I think we kind of vomit all over people, right?
Yeah.
We come in, this is who I am,
Right.
this is what I do. So, Tony, instead of doing the whole little vomit, are there some key phrases or some icebreakers or some ways that we can start conversations?
Sure. Actually, one of the easiest ways you can do, and Eric, you were exactly right, you don't really want to start out with, what do you do?
But
There's so much more to a person.
Sure, but nobody knows what else to ask because it's all about business and I don't know what you do.
Right. So a few things you can use. I typically say, tell me about Angel. Or I would say something like, is this your first time at this networking event?
Okay.
Something else just to get the conversation started.
Would you be asking me to tell you about Angel? Because I've got great stories.
Hey,
Just saying. Just saying. All right, so I get that. I do. Penny, at what point is it appropriate in a networking environment to then ask somebody for a transaction?
Never.
never?
Wait
a minute.
That's what we're supposed to be going
Isn't
for,
that,
right?
I mean, everybody thinks I'm in the room, I've got,
Got to build my business.
right, got some hot leads right
And that's
here.
the wrong mindset.
It is absolutely the wrong mindset. You really want to create great relationships with people. The transaction never happens at a networking event, or very rarely. I should say sometimes it does, but not
for
very
just
often.
a moment while I drive that home. The transaction never happens at a networking event.
So I think there's a myth, right? We
That's right.
think we're walking into a room full of potential customers.
Right.
And when we walk out with 0 sales, we say that networking thing didn't work. But the key is you're building your relationships. You're building a network of people that you've gotten to meet, right? For referral partners.
That's exactly right.
And Tony, you actually say that everybody in the room has some value,
Yes, they
even
do.
if they're not necessarily a potential customer.
That's exactly right. Walking into a networking event with the mindset that you're going to try to get sales out of the event is completely wrong. Actually, a networking event is a treasure hunt for the best relationships.
Oh.
That's what a networking event is. And so when you walk in, you're actually trying to find people in the room who you can give to and who can contribute to your business. And everybody has value. Everyone in the room has value. So don't discard anybody in the room because you never know who they know.
Right, exactly. You never know who they know. Penny, do you find that somebody who says, I've tried that networking thing, it doesn't work, it's not effective, what's a good reply back to them?
Quitter.
Exactly.
Sorry.
I would say that you probably just are not trained. You're not trained properly.
Okay.
Let me take you to a networking event with me, and never leave any seat empty.
Right.
You want to bring somebody with you that maybe doesn't know how to network or the proper way to get those great relationships going.
Right.
Because it takes a little bit of time to get going.
Yeah.
So.
So, Tony, maybe my last question for you today. Sure. Networking is still viable in the 21st century. Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
I know there are some people who just don't even think that it's a viable practice, and I'm thinking, well, how else do you grow your business?
It's the most effective way to grow your business. We live in a nose-to-nose world. Even though technology is trying to drive a wedge between our relationships, the technology will never replace the relationship you have with somebody. And when it comes to buying something, gaining a customer and keeping loyalty, the only way to have that is through that personal relationship. A personal relationship will trump a virtual relationship any day of the week.
Oh, wow. That is super powerful. That is super
Absolutely.
powerful. A final thought from you, Ms. Penny, about networking and how to make that more effective?
Just get out there and don't be afraid. Go with somebody. Go, grab somebody and go to a networking event.
And if you
makes it not so
stumble
scary.
and fall down, get back up, dust yourself off, and do it again.
That's it.
Hey, guys, both of you, thank you so very much for being with us in the Business Brainstorm. We're super grateful for you.
Thank you.
And folks, if you've got some ideas about what maybe these two could help you in your business, we'll put their information, their website, and all that contact information on our website at experiencepros.com. Coming up next, we've all seen those people on TV who have amazing weight loss stories and inspirational accounts of life-changing transformations. Well, today, we've got Eric and Raquel Hunsberger, and their story isn't just their own, it's affected hundreds of others all across America. Stay with us.
Would you like to be an expert guest on Experience Pros with Angel and Eric? Send your media kit to TV@experiencepros.com. That's TV@experiencepros.com.